The scenario has been repeated all too often. A fire breaks out in a high-rise building, hotel, or crowded nightclub. Smoke fills the halls. You need to find a way out. What do you do?
If you're inside of the facility, you want to find your closest exit to go out, because people tend to go out the way they came in, and if everybody goes out the way they came in, we don't have the exit capacity. We want to find an exit that's closest to you and go out that and get to the street.
Recent tragedies have reinforced the importance of ushering crowds safely from buildings at a moment's notice. Quickly finding the door and getting out can keep an emergency situation from becoming a tragedy.
Typically in a building, we need at least 2 exits from a space, but sometimes there's 3 or 4. But if people are unfamiliar with the exits, they don't go to the proper exit and get down them.
We are taught from childhood to crawl along the floor in case of a fire in order to find an egress where we can escape. Yet in most cases, exit signs are above the doors and often obscured by rising smoke.
The smoke from a fire can block the exit signs that are up high, and we want people down low because of the carbon monoxide that's in the smoke, so we want them to be down low. If you're down low with the smoke, you can't see the exit signs.
Cities and states are leading the way to make buildings safer by requiring floor path marking in their own jurisdictions, but are approaching it in different ways. New York City, for instance, requires passive glow-in-the-dark photoluminescent technology in high-rise building stairwells, while Connecticut is adopting more comprehensive measures allowing active and brighter technologies. Proposals for the International Building Code to require path marking are being decided on during 2007, and having a single nationwide standard should be supported by all sides. If you live or work in a high-rise building or ever stay in a hotel, you need to ask yourself if the building's escape routes are well marked in case of an emergency.
What we find is building owners, traditionally commercial building owners, find that fire protection devices don't generate revenue for the building, so they're not going to spend the extra money for a system. So our tendency is to have it code required.
A viable solution that many building owners are turning to is electroluminescent path marking systems that are installed near the floor, around doorways, and down stairwells to clearly indicate exit paths in dark or smoke-filled passages.
Electroluminescent path marking systems are good because the light source itself is a luminous source of light, and it's extremely efficient, so it could be run for long periods of time by battery backup.
Electroluminescent path marking systems emit a continuous green-blue light which is visible from considerable distances when the building lights are on or off. A battery backup system keeps the paths illuminated even when the power fails.
It's a luminous source of light, meaning it's continuous. There are no point sources that can disorientate a person. Because it can be made, the lamp itself can be made in such long linear lengths, thousands of feet long, we can power extended lengths of path marking from a single controller and battery back it up for a long period of time. It can be activated, flashed, and it will never not fail to light.
At 7 World Trade Center in Lower Manhattan, the first of the new World Trade Center towers to be rebuilt, the building owner installed an egress marking system to provide added safety for tenants throughout the building.
Our preference would be for building owners to install a path marking system, as it provides an increase in the systems for exiting of the building.
The IllumiPath lighting system is illuminated by flat light, the world's widest, thinnest, longest light bulb, to clearly indicate exit paths in dark or smoke-filled passages. People who may be unfamiliar with the building layout will have a better chance of seeing and finding existing emergency exits.
IllumiPath is the only floor proximity path marking system based on electroluminescent technology and designed to be a complete system, and Underwriters Laboratory listed for that purpose.
IllumiPath is easy to install, dependable, and energy efficient. A system consisting of 1,500 feet of continuous light will draw less than 150 watts of power, enabling use of standard battery systems for 4 hours of backup without any loss of light output.
Building owners should know that IllumiPath is the only system of its kind that is designed for buildings. It can be retrofitted into existing buildings or part of a new building construction. It can be aesthetically pleasing compared to other path marking technologies that are out there, and it's very economical for its features and functions.